Alright, hello and welcome back as always. So, gonna be talking about version 2.1 here really quickly. What you'll be seeing right off rip is me doing a little bit of pixel arting it up, creating a box. I mess with the design a little bit later. This isn't the final design that you're seeing right now, but yeah, so basically, I'm already working on version 2.1, and yes, some people might be thinking,
Wow, this guy's a fucking loser.
but regardless of the fact that I'm already working on version 2.1, fuck you for thinking that, regardless. Yeah, I mean, I'm not finished with it. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm adding a new weapon. This is a first time for me. I have never done something like this. You'll see right now what I started doing is designing it. It's a sniper rifle. It actually turned out really well. The scope, I didn't even intend it to, but the scope actually lines up perfectly with the character's eyes. But this took like an hour and 15 minutes just to get it working on the first level, not even on both modes, just the first one. But yeah, like since this was my first time ever like actually making this like slight progression thing to where I can add another weapon, this took a lot longer than I expected it to. You might be able to see that I run into a lot of issues. So I got the box design and the weapon design, and then I had to obviously add a timer for whenever I want the box to spawn in. I don't want it to spawn in too early, but I don't want it to spawn it too late. I make the bullet here. It's just a pretty simple design. Yeah, I mean it's nothing too crazy, but yeah, I had to obviously make it to where the box would spawn in at a point that I would prefer, which it does there. But then you see very quickly, because I speed these videos up a lot to not take up a lot of your time. Um, I kept having issues trying to get the order correct, like to where the gun would be in front of the player, but it just wouldn't fucking work for some reason. And I mess with this. I shit you not, for like 45 minutes. The majority of my time was spent trying to fix this issue, and I just couldn't figure it out until I finally did. And then once I did, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not gonna keep trying to put in more like try to implement it more into other levels. I was like, nah, I am done. But then obviously I had to run back through all the lines of code and then be like, okay, now we have a completely new object that has to do all the same things as the previous object, being the bullet from the regular weapon that you start with, having to implement all of those to do the same thing. As you see right there, the gun just straight up, it rotates, but it just like sits in one position. That pissed me off. Um, but having to run back through everything and be like, okay, instead of just this bullet doing it, I need this one to do it as well. And then whenever the player shoots the crate, they get this weapon, but the other one goes away. And like my first time ever doing any of this before, so it was very mind opening. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Like I can remember just a little bit ago to where like the levels were just like a very small like paragraph of code, and now it's like multiple because there's so many different factors in it now, and I can't wait to add even more. But yeah, so it's a sniper. It's pretty simple. It shoots slower, but it deals more damage, like you would assume it would do, unless you're stupid. But no offense if you didn't think that, but I'm just saying you're pretty dumb. Um, but yeah, just pretty simple, pretty somewhat logical things. It comes in after I think it's like a minute and a half. You can get it if you want. If you don't, you just don't have to shoot it. It will disappear so that you can continue the level as usual. But yeah, working on adding a new gun. Got it in the first level. I'm going to spend my free time getting it into the other ones, and whenever I get that done, I will post that update video. But yeah, that's what we're working on right now. So have a good one.